Was he random?
Not enough minerals.
He says, please don't go Mac. It's labeled.
Additional supply depots required.
Go ahead. SCV ready.
Yeah, we need more maps where you can do stupid probe tricks like Redshift. Very important. Oh, but think of the clips.
SCV ready. What's going on? Huh?
Can't you do that on Golden Wall? I'm pretty sure you can't. I'm pretty sure it's designed around now. Not 100% on that.
Go ahead. SCV ready.
Secret expand? Not like... I'm pretty sure we would have seen it by now.
Game paused.
Okay, well, you guys are probably watching the stream anyways. Hotkeys are fucked. That's the most... Ah! Uh-oh. This is what I get for playing arcade. Hopefully this is fixed with Starcraft 5.0. Generate creep. Okay. And then load. What? I wouldn't be able to build cannons? What the fuck? What even happened? I don't understand. How does this happen? What? The build buildings hotkey for probes. Does anybody remember the swarm host hotkey? I want to say it's A. These are actually... Okay.
Game resumed.
What's going on? Yep. Bad news?
Command center upgraded.
That is one of the big downsides. I'm excited for... So in the next patch, instead of having peep mode like this, you'll be able to just load a new map for each game. Because they are adding so you can have one lobby, but multiple maps. You could just go from one to the other. So it's a direct, massive upgrade. I'm excited for that. Like, this mode that's been here for 10 years without any updates. Is the Zergling here yet? Where did the Zergling go? My Reaper had 0 kills. Okay.
Not enough energy. Not enough minerals.
What's going on?
upgraded.
Add-on. Not enough energy.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough.
SCV ready.
Base is under attack.
How does this happen?
Nothing I can't handle.
He's not using any of his larvae. Fucking platinum Zergs!
Oh, follower.
Complete.
Battle.
Hell yeah.
SCV ready.
New subscriber detected.
SCV ready.
Additional supply depots required.
SCV ready. Huh? All up there ready.
Not enough energy.
Bad news. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Good job, Mother. Want a piece of me, boy? SCV ready.
Ready for dust off.
SCVs under attack.
Picking up or dropping off.
SCV ready.
Additional supply depots.
Can't build here. Huh?
Not enough.
SCV ready.
Not enough.
SCV ready.
Base is under attack.
SCV ready. Roger that. Who wants some? SCV ready. Got it.
Ready for dust.
SCV ready. SCV
Not enough energy. Not
here. Here. Sure. SCV ready.
Where's the emergency? Talk to me. Ready for dust off.
not enough energy.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Base is under attack.
In the bus. Ready for pickup?
Command center upgraded.
Not enough energy.
Right. You gonna give me orders? Who wants some?
Base is under attack.
Gateway. Coming through. SCV ready. Go.
Landing zone obstructed.
Well, butter my biscuit.
Base is under attack. Upgrade complete. Add-on complete.
What's going on? Ready? This better be good.
Add mineral field depleted.
Orders received.
Base is under attack.
Show us the.
Where's the emergency?
Not enough mineral field depleted. Add-on complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Ready.
Research complete.
That's fine.
Life flight.
Upgrade complete. Add-on complete. Not mineral field depleted. Add-on complete.
In the rear with the gear. Big job.
nav or drop? Talk to me.
Enemy attacking SCVs.
Ready for pickup?
SCV ready.
Somebody, get me out of this.
Additional supply depots required.
This better be SCV ready. Let's have a blast.
Now what?
SCV ready.
Waiting on you.
Get heavy. Go, go, go.
Additional supply depots required.
Ready for pickup?
Armed and SCV ready.
Additional supply depots.
We can use
Upgrade. Additional supply depots. Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots.
SCV boy. Through. There's something in the way. This better be good.
Life flight's here.
Been waiting on you. Ready.
Where's the emergency?
SCV ready. Father, you gonna go, go, go.
Additional supply
Armed and ready. Got it. Want some?
Heading?
This better be. By the number, boy. You gonna give me orders?
Somebody, get me out of this mess.
upgrade complete.
I feel you. SCV ready. Armed and... What's going on? I can't build here. I'll do SCV ready. Orders received.
Not enough.
You gonna give me orders? SCV ready. By the numbers, boys. Gangway, coming through. Armed and ready.
SCVs under attack.
Let's have a blast. Victor, this better be good.
Unacceptable.
Jimmy, get off the phone!
Want a piece of me, boy? SCV ready.
Ready for dust off.
I can't build here. I'm waiting on you.
Picking up?
This better be good.
Unacceptable command. We are at maximum supply. Unacceptable.
I know we're at maximum supply. Jesus fuck. 94 SCV as well. That's why.
Good evening. Add-on complete.
Loud and clear. Now what? Life flight's here. Ready for dust off.
Armed and ready. Go, go, go.
I didn't know the hotkey for rapid reignition system. 55?
Go ahead. SCV ready.
Pull the boys!
Big job? They've been waiting on me. Sure.
Mineral,
Baby. You gonna give me orders?
mineral field depleted.
Who wants some? Gateway.
Unacceptable land. We are at maximum supply. Unacceptable land. We are at maximum supply. Not
That's fine.
Ready for duck?
upgrade.
The boys are coming!
Upgrade. Not enough minerals.
No, don't fuck it up. Just... There you go. I want to be the DT. Look at me, I am the Templar now. Jesus, I didn't recognize my hatchery for a second.
Not enough minerals.
He said he didn't want me to go mech, so I did. I don't know what he wanted. The other option was multi-pronged medevacs with no chance of ever attacking. So, like, while mech can be very frustrating, medevacs can be more so. What is that, hatchery skin? It's a classic! I can't believe it. I don't even rec- Yeah, classic CC is actually a problem. Like, one, because the hatchery lair and hive were actually in Brood War, whereas orbital command and planetary were not. Thus, about 30% of Artosis' saltiness explained right there. So it looks a little weird, and also it's kind of visually an issue. It is kind of hard to tell if you're morphing an orbital. I think it's like once the orbital's done, it's not an issue, but while you're like, it's hard to tell when you're building an orbital is the weird thing. Thank you, GPain14. Well, that's up Super Demon Dominator. Slugster. The PF looks fine. But once again, like while you're building anything is when the issue is. I win the fight against a probe, right? Because the drone regenerates HP during the battle. Not much, but enough to last one more hit.
Successful.
Is that an adept? I forgot adepts exist. Let me in. Oh, I'm in. I don't know. I didn't have a plan for what would happen if I actually got in.
Must be more.
Bring creep to the main! Don't be a rainer! It was a real issue in that series, though.
Must be more. Swarm has evolved.
That last infester that got sniped the second it got energy for a fungal. I mean, I had 105 SCVs, which is why I pulled the boys. I'm not sure how much a fungal would have decided anything. I have a most players, you see, I have better problems than most players. I have an issue where I actually have to actively tell myself to stop building workers. Because if I just zone out or I'm doing chill games like this, I just keep building workers. And if the game goes on 10 plus minutes, I usually end up at 100.
Sufficient.
Or more. I've seen 110. Usually I'm maxed out on army by that point, though. So,
Forces under attack.
it was pretty much over once I lost the first 2 infestors in my third. It was pretty much over when you weren't using any of your larvae because one Reaper showed up to your base, ran around at a weird, at a late timing for 30 seconds, and during that entire time, I was able to take account of about 9 larvae that was not used. So from there, I was like, well, I guess I can just make Marines. Because he won't have jack shit for most of the game. He's not spending his fucking money. But I mean, I'm just guessing.
Swarm forces under unacceptable.
Brenda! Did I get it? No. It's at 0 HP.
Not enough energy.
Bionic Sheba says to ask you every day about becoming a mod, but I figured I'd ask you once so you might take it under consideration. Since Sheba is obviously trying to eliminate the competition, there was a rule at some point that if you asked for it, you were automatically disqualified. Because, like many things in life, those who seek power are probably not the ones you want wielding it. But then you just get fucking weeps. So you have to find a balance somewhere. This is actually quite concerning. This is what every time in viewer games, I'm like, this will be the game I go mass Zergling. And every time I'm like, oh yeah. This is why. Because Archons just kill infinite amounts of Zergling. Well, I did actually kill an Archon, but that was a fluke. So I've decided for a while. So I was working off of old information. It used to be originally for at least the first year when Hydra Speed came out that it did not give a speed benefit on creep. Hydra Speed now gives a benefit on creep and a benefit off of creep. I think it is almost always 90 instead of half the time or 40% of the time. I think it's 95% of the time better to go for speed first over range. That is now my assessment.
Forces under attack. More mineral field Insufficient. Hive cluster under direct assault.
This is what happens every time I go Zerglings, and then I'm like, oh yeah, Archons are good. After saying Archons are good for many years. I'm like, oh my god, they made Archons. How dare they?
Swarm forces under attack. More overlords required. Insufficient overlords. Swarm forces under attack.
I don't think I ever got Hydra range, but
Swarm forces under attack.
yeah.
Cluster expended.
Like, in viewer games, about 70% of my losses, I guess also on ladder, but are in like ZVP. Because other races, you can just build whatever and beat up your average diamond player. Not that the listener's average diamond. She's around there, though. There's a stasis there. But then I play ZVP, I'm like, it's Zergling time. Oh, fuck. No, it's not. No, it's not. It is not Zergling time. It rarely is.
Swarm has evolved. Mineral field exhausted.
I can see it.
Forces under attack. Mineral field.
Are you serious?
Swarm forces.
Is this real life?
Must spawn more.
New subscriber detected.
Command. Insufficient. Not enough minerals.
I know there is a prism out here. The question is simply, where is it? Hey! Is it here?
Swarm forces under attack. Vespine gas. Mutation complete. Swarm forces under attack. Swarm forces under attack. Insufficient. More minerals required. Not evolution complete. Swarm forces under attack.
I found it.
Additional Vespine gas. Swarm.
Storm alert. Shredded.
Quantity.
Never again with the goddamn Zerglings. Thank you also, 123. Akamian. GL. Okay, I don't know how to say that. GW something. Oh, we got quite a lineup here. Qeon versus Silky potentially. Maybe Chance versus Silky. Cham and the Exxon Cup. So after this, whenever the Exxon Cup, use the bracket command. We're doing the Exxon Cup semifinals, then Morrow versus Cure after this. Yeah, Zerglings are not, like, it's not like don't build Zerglings. It's don't only build Zerglings. There's a big difference. Zerglings are great
How are you doing?
for tanking. How are you doing? I stream half of my life. Pay attention. Terrible is the answer. But, like, not more than most people. Who is...
SCV ready.
I don't know. It's been 6 years of full-time streaming. Based on my very limited sample size, it seems I have become I have a much higher tolerance and much higher cynicism than your average person. I think it comes with the territory. If I was to be a little narcissistic, and never, I would call it realism. But,
Big job, huh? What's going
so
on?
generally, not
Something in the way.
any worse than usual. Like, the real struggle for me, the only struggle for me is that I don't sleep enough. And usually that doesn't affect me too much. Like yesterday, I thought I did a great job casting. 12-hour stream. I slept 4 hours. It's like, that's probably a problem.
Command center.
And that means that on my day off, I usually sleep about 16 hours. But if it works out, I guess.
Go ahead. SCV ready.
Only 2 in gas. Yeah, that's part of my build to fucking
What's going on?
fuck it up. I was trying to come up with something clever, like delay my factory, but no, that's just, yeah. Why did I get a second gas? As a subconscious reflex to unfuck my build? You see, even when I fuck it up, I fix it. Let's see, can I get kills with the Reaper? Use the Clem perk. Okay, creep tumor is worth at least as a... Oh, I forgot to build a reactor. Or did I? I think it just finished there. No, Marine. Go home.
What's it worth?
Just building a bunker. I don't trust my viewers. They're like... At least 1 in 3 is like, I'm gonna try to get that win. And talk about it for years. Remember when I 2-0'd Parting when he tried to play Terran, guys? Ha!
Center upgraded.
Only like a year and a half ago. There a video? Yeah. There is a video.
Big job. I can't build here. We hear you. Be ready.
Remember when you got cheesed on the letter? Ban him.
Add-on complete. Not enough energy.
You fuck. I'm gonna get that win.
Not enough minerals. Not enough. Not enough energy.
Don't actually ban him. Okay, time out. That's acceptable. No, no, no. It was a defensive ban like this. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Additional.
Turbines to full. Right. I got this.
SCV ready. Bad news. Ready to raise some hell.
Center upgraded.
I'm in a heap of trouble.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready. Light it up. Word. I'm in a heap ready. That's right for me. Ready. What's going on?
Landing zone obstructed.
I can't build here. SCV ready. Smoking.
Add-on.
Are you ready for SCV ready?
Mineral field depleted.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Additional.
Is that the right spot?
SCV ready.
I think so.
Obstructed.
I can't build here.
Additional supply depots
Yeah.
required.
Where's the hot action? SCV ready. Ready to raise some hell. SCV ready. Push. SCV ready. Ready to raise some hell. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots required. Not enough energy.
SCV ready. I can't build here. Ooh, good job.
Mineral field.
Sounds sweet. What's going on? Are you ready for this? That it? Let's do this.
Oh, a follower. Battle.
Like burning.
What is it?
SCV ready. Bet. In the rear with the gear. I can't build here. We hear ya.
Upgrade complete. Mineral field depleted.
SCV ready. Oh, it's here. Ah, you scared me.
Add-on. Not enough energy.
Ready to raise some?
What?
Landing zone obstructed.
Mineral field depleted.
SCV ready.
Research complete. New subscriber detected. Mineral field.
I'm waiting on you.
It's a trap.
Oh, it's here. Huh?
Touching.
New subscriber detected.
Good luck, hitting stalker.
Excuse you.
Research complete.
We hear ya. Great job, huh? SCV ready. Oh, it's here. SCV ready. Oh, it's here.
Not enough minerals.
It's the option.
Landing zone obstructed.
Not enough minerals.
In the
Not
rear
enough
with the gear.
minerals.
I can't be.
Your forces mineral field depleted. Not enough minerals.
Oh, it's here. I can't build here. In the
Your
rear with the
forces
gear.
are not enough.
SCV.
Command center.
Base is under attack.
I'm taking this. This is my base. Please respect my personal space.
Base is under attack. Add-on. Upgrade complete. Mineral field. Not enough.
What's going on? It's here.
Your forces are under attack.
Heating up out here.
Not enough.
Social distancing.
Ready to raise some hell.
Research. Not enough minerals.
Bad news. SCV ready.
Research complete. Not enough minerals. Mineral field. Not enough minerals.
What's going on?
Mineral. Not enough.
Landing zone obstructed.
In the rear.
What is it?
Not enough minerals.
Thank you for allowing me to reclaim my homeland. This is sovereign territory.
Unacceptable land. We are
A lot of great Terrans lived here in the past, which means this is Terran land. That's how it works.
Your forces are under attack.
I live here now.
Upgrade complete.
Enemy attacking.
Forces are under attack.
Unfortunately, I'm maxed. Making this difficult.
Attacking SCVs.
He took my base. I took his life. How long we got on the semis? Oh, we're still working on it. Might be like, well, that was a middle of the map base. No, no, no. They're all my base. You see the issue. From this side of the map to the other. Everything in between.
Mineral quantity insufficient.
Emotes don't work, unfortunately. I'm excited for... I will, like...
Minerals.
If it's remade either by the whoever created Peep Mode, I know there were several people involved, but... Or a different version is remade with the new Starcraft 5.0. So after 2 more games, I think we got 2 more people. I will do a quick update. Starcraft 5.0. It's happening. It includes major quality of life updates. No balance changes. No small content additions for co-op. The fact that a game gets a major quality of life and technological infrastructure update after 10 years, I'll content myself. Did we skip 3 and 4? Technically, we're on StarCraft 4.13 right now, in terms of patches. That's Legacy of the Void. Was he Zerg? I think he was. Wait, was he not Zerg? I don't. Ah! I mean, you're allowed to stream cheat. The problem is, like, I think if you're below Diamond especially, stream cheating will actually hurt you. Diamond, like, if I was doing some, like, cheesy build for Diamond Plus, I just listened to voice. Okay, I'm gonna go Battle Cruisers this game. Like, That's why, even though I'm pretty sure, like, I get stream sniped somewhat, it actually happened more that when my MMR dropped to 4,500, the stream sniping was, like, significantly worse. I think that's because there's a much higher percentage of people actually watching the stream at lower MMR. Like Diamond. Like, it happens in, like, higher Masters, but and GM, but it's, you know, the people who are doing it then. They're a handful. But once you get towards, like, when Diamond players can actually hit you, oh god, it's free real estate out there. I'm not quite that low right now, but...
Successful.
Mm-hmm. Are any of the map makers on right now? Either is the music here, or Avex. I think Avex may have died mentally. Well, he changed his name on stuff too.
Insufficient overlords.
This is my Baneling force field. Do you like it? No, like, I don't want to... So, since a lot of the stuff is technical, and I'm not a technical expert, like, I understand a general idea of the upgrades and the updates, but there are some technical things I would like to have more knowledge on before making a video and being like, hey, look at it. Because, like, a lot of the stuff like that, people will be like, well, they didn't fix Zerg being Imba, and it's not Starcraft 3. So, Blizzard, I hate you. But, like, if... It's kind of like... Honestly, technical upgrades are kind of like ZVZ. If you don't actually know what you're looking at, it seems super boring. But the devil's in the details. Maps can have 15 layers. Like, that's not a real... Like, no one's gonna be making... I guess aesthetically, but no one's gonna be making multiplayer maps with fucking 15 levels. And if we do, we might as well be playing a goddamn platformer, and everybody will just go Mass Reaper every game.
Insufficient. Not enough energy.
Maybe a modern map maker. Like, it's not gonna be... I don't want to spend an hour discussing it, but I think I actually... Now that I think about it, I will hold off until I can get more information.
Sufficient energy.
And it's not coming out till the 27th anyway, so.
Insufficient energy.
You should play with it first. I don't know, like, I don't know how to play with it. I can only play with the results of other people with way more expertise playing with it.
Not enough energy. Insufficient.
Like, I want to see a peep mode where you never have to change lobby, but you can change map. And it isn't shoehorned.
Additional.
Maybe get stats after each game. Like,
Need more Vespene gas. Swarm forces under attack. Not enough energy. Sequences spun. Swarm muted. Insufficient Vespene gas. Swarm has additional Vespene gas required. Mineral cluster expended. Swarm forces under attack. Swarm forces under attack.
where are you gonna go? Ah, my mutas! Ah!
Mineral field exhausted.
Every goddamn time. Did I bring an overseer? Don't worry, we'll kill the lurker. You didn't need this hatch, right? Brute force!
Vespene gas. Insufficient Vespene gas. Need more Vespene gas. Swarm forces under attack. Swarm forces under attack.
Where are my overseers? Once again, I'm bringing... Like, what is with me and Zerglings? Like, but I would never go Zerglings. Why do you never go Zerglings? Because they die to everything. Exactly.
Mutation complete. Creep tumor under attack. Additional Vespene gas. Swarm forces under attack.
The drones!
Forces under attack. Insufficient Vespene gas.
Need more 3 and 4 spawn maps? None of this janky 2 spawn shit? Yeah, when we're on 2-player maps, players can prepare a build order instead of relying on random chance for lower skill players to beat a higher skill player just because they got incredibly unlucky and scouted last versus scouted first. What I want is more luck in this game, because that's the only fucking way I'm gonna win. I agree, Irish Carbonite. Like, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on who you are, because of the mechanics of Protoss, every major change in design affects Protoss the most. And I think on top of maybe other concerns, the fact that Protoss players have had to relearn to play multiple times, like, the reason you can't have 4-player maps is mostly because of Protoss. Because simply as Protoss, you have to put so much together, in StarCraft 2 at least.
Additional supply
And,
depots required.
like, if you don't see what your opponent is doing for a certain amount of time, like, if you don't send... You would have to send out 2 probe scouts to reliably wall off in a timely manner against a Zerg on a 4-player map. That's what used to happen. Like, people would send out 2 probe scouts. But that leaves them at an inherent disadvantage. Terrans can just fucking build a command center on the high ground. That's a very small compromise there. Whereas Protoss kind of has to panic. And on top of the fact that Protoss is like, Mothership Core, no Mothership Core, nothing, shield batteries, also different shield, recall, but different recall. Stalkers, different, but remember Stalkers got changed? It's like, your core units are now completely different. Or significantly different. Or don't exist. Whereas for Terran, it's like, are Cyclones, machine gunners, or snipers? Either way, they're amazing. That's the biggest change Terran had to deal with. Do you have to micro your Widow Mines a little bit, or at all? No? Not at all? Okay, good. Yes. Build an armory. Design experts. I actually liked, and the first time, I think we gotta give them credit. The first time I saw it was Loco. Put the Observer on the Nexus. Put the Observer on the Nexus, but only unlock it once you have a Robo. It requires a Robo, but you build it from the Nexus. And that solves a lot of early mid-game problems, in my opinion. Because you can build your defensive/pressure units, either Warp Prisms or Immortals or whatever, and you cut your economy, but you don't waste robo time. That's a very small change that could have a significant effect. I actually fully agree with that idea. The more I think about it, the smarter it gets. Didn't I design the new bat? Oh yeah, remember? Because that way, like, it's still a compromise. Because if you put it on the Nexus, you wouldn't be able to build probes and observers at the same time. But everything requires a fucking observer now. It's actually a little ridiculous. Like, we're in Brood War territory. Except they can select their whole army and not just 12 units. If you don't have an observer in a lot of different scenarios as Protoss. But you also need your robo units. Your robo units are super important. Like, you need your Immortals or your Prism or your whatever Robo Bay unit you're building. So you have to split time between that. There's a very thin margin, if any.
Add-on complete.
Tell me that wasn't sick. I still might die, but... Goodbye.
Not enough minerals. Not enough. Add-on.
I just started playing StarCraft again. I'm 100% awful.
Not enough energy.
Of course, Rel doesn't play Terran because he knows they're the weakest. It's just inherent. But, once again, obviously this is why Colossi are bad. In Planet side. He knows they're bad, and... Well, they're not bad in SC2, they're just very niche. People need to stop building them in PvP, besides breaking force fields, though.
Enough energy.
Like, that's a... Stop it. Like, they're not good. They're not good. Disruptors are just better. Stop it. I'm still mad about that series last night. Nice supply block.
Zone obstructed.
What's the use for Void Rays at a higher level play? For the memes. And also, they're a spot defense against Corruptors if you go Sky Toss, but get caught off guard. That's about it. Like, you don't... Or cheesing... Or like, Proxy Stargate, maybe, but not really. Oracles are still usually better. Void Rays just like... They're like Stalkers. They get countered by everything. They have, with Flux Vein, some micro potential. But overall, they struggle. They struggle to find a purpose that isn't better filled by a Phoenix, an Oracle, or a Tempest. Like, everything they do kind of well against, other units do better. Like, countering battle cruisers, for example. They can do that, but Tempests are better at it.
Additional insufficient. Additional supply depots.
That's not how that works, right? I'm trying to go Mass Viking, and he's really jamming me up right now. Wait, what? Why did I not build a tank?
Base is under attack.
Ready to blunder. Let's get into the fight. Huh? SCV ready. Hear me. Oh yeah, baby. Done. Fueled up. SCV ready.
Landing zone obstructed.
SCV ready. Move it. In the rear
Upgrade
with the gear.
complete.
Big chop, what's going on? Bad news. Combat. SCV ready. Job. SCV ready. Ready to...
Additional supply depots. Mineral. Not enough minerals. Not enough.
Where did those ravens go? Oh, hello.
Go ahead. SCV ready. Yo.
Mineral field. Not enough energy. Mineral field depleted.
Surge. Fighter front.
Command center upgraded.
Not enough. Add-on complete.
Order acknowledged.
If you don't move, he can't see you. Diamond players don't use the minimap.
Ready to blunder.
Mineral field.
SCV ready.
Not enough mineral. Mineral field depleted. Not enough energy.
Huh? SCV ready. Ready to blunder. Ready. SCV ready. In the rear with the gear. Ready to go.
enough minerals.
Enemy attacking SCVs.
Inbound transformation system made for battle.
Insufficient.
Ready to raise some hell.
Additional support. Not enough.
Hey!
Ready for war.
Fight me! What? So much damage. Wait, do I not have smart servos?
Complete.
Critical upgrade.
Additional.
SCV ready.
Not enough.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough energy. Not enough minerals.
He underestimates my greed.
Not enough minerals.
Reporting for action. Got liberation is at hand.
Liberation is at hand. Got freedom? Yeah, they're pretty on the nose. We got our Lexington rockets, and of course, our Concorde cannon. Because the Protoss are coming.
Who wants some? What's going on?
Mineral field depleted.
Commander,
Research complete.
how can we help? Initiating. Easy.
I can't build here. I'm in a heap of trouble.
Mineral field depleted.
I live in Lexington, Kentucky. Sorry to hear that.
Yes, Commander. Engage.
Bad news.
Liberation is at hand.
Go ahead.
What is it? Course laid in.
Every song I download has to pass through rigorous tests.
Hear me. Yep.
How many people
Touching you.
How dope is it drop?
Upgrade complete.
I can't build here.
I have 91 SCVs.
Yes,
Does he have my base? Both of the center bases are also mine,
I can't build
in case it wasn't explicit.
Who called in the fleet?
You see all the bases on the minimap, those ones are mine. Oh, I'll scan you. How do you like it? How do you like it?
Enough energy.
Yeah.
Command center upgraded.
Should probably have more than 0 ravens.
Oh, really? Course laid in.
Upgrade. Upgrade complete.
Got freedom?
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. Now I have your attention. Oh, good.
This is why tanks are built.
Oh, good. Now I have your attention. Attacking SCVs.
New subscriber detected. Upgrade. Mineral field depleted. Base is under attack.
SCVs under attack.
field depleted. Mineral field depleted.
Ah, Commander.
Well,
In the rear with the gear.
what's that? What is it?
Now we're here.
Add-on complete.
Stay in your ready.
Mineral field depleted.
Oh yeah, I have a planetary.
Upgrade.
Meanwhile,
Ah, Commander. Liberation.
how are those tanks doing for you?
Base is
No, don't get out microed by a turret.
Rescue visor exhausted. Base is under attack.
My planetary. My cabbages.
Yeah, yeah.
Let there be light.
Attention.
Thank you, old man tries gaming 0001 for gifting 5 subs to the people. Are we? Is it time? I think we're ready. We've beat up my fans. Enough. Now it's time to yell at pro gamers who would beat me just as hard as I beat everyone in that lobby. If not harder. What kind of change would you like to see come to Void Rays? Alright, here's what we do. We get rid of Void Rays. We take them out. We take out the Disruptor. Just both out. Boom. Riva! I will trade the Disruptor and the Void Ray for the Reaver. Like, it would be an actual very good unit. It would fit where we are right now with, like, warp prisms and stuff. It would provide reliable splash damage, but require a lot of micro. And feel like it would still be painful and hard to deal with, but it would be less gimmicky than a Disruptor. There are no duds in SCG. I don't think the strength of the Reaver in Brood War or the balance was that 1/10 of the time the Reaver just decided, fuck off.